Look around you. At the multi-lane interstate, the bridge spanning a great river, the clean water flowing from your tap. This is modern America, a nation defined by its vast infrastructure. But what if I told you that the blueprint for much of this success was drawn 2,000 years ago, not in Philadelphia, but in Rome? The Roman Empire may have fallen, yet its engineering genius achieved a form of immortality, laying the literal and philosophical groundwork for the systems that power the United States today. We begin a journey to uncover this hidden legacy.
The Roman road system, a monumental network stretching over 50,000 miles, was more than just pathways. It was the empire's circulatory system. Engineered with a deep foundation of multiple layers, from compacted earth to large, tight-fitting flagstones, these roads were built to last, often boasting a lifespan of centuries. They weren't just about travel, they were strategic military assets, ensuring rapid troop movement and seamless command across vast distances. This concept of a unified, high-quality, and strategically critical road system echoes across the Atlantic.
Compare the Roman Via Appia, a marvel of straight-line construction that cut through the Italian landscape, with America's Interstate Highway System. Both projects shared a core vision: national security and economic prosperity through speed and efficiency. President Dwight D. Eisenhower, inspired by Germany's Autobahns, whose engineers themselves borrowed from Roman principles, championed the interstate as a strategic defense network. The Roman priority of straight, direct routes, often utilizing tunnels and bridges rather than detours, laid the fundamental engineering principle for the massive U.S. highway grid.
Roman engineers fundamentally understood drainage and compaction. They dug deep trenches, laid large foundation stones, stratumen, and built up layers of gravel and smaller rocks, ensuring water drained away and the roadbed remained stable. This layered construction is exactly the method used in modern road building, adapted for today's asphalt and heavier traffic loads. While modern roads degrade faster under the immense rate of semi-trucks, a problem the Romans thankfully did not face, the underlying philosophy of engineering a road to be water-resistant and stable is pure Roman genius.
Before the aqueducts, Rome's population, which swelled to over 1 million people, relied on local wells and the polluted Tiber River. The resulting public health crises were immense. Roman engineers realized that the key to a healthy, growing city was a reliable supply of fresh, clean water. They began constructing monumental water channels, the aqueducts, that utilized a precise, minimal downhill gradient to carry mountain spring water over incredible distances, sometimes for dozens of miles. This was the birth of large-scale urban water management. The image of the Roman aqueduct's elegant stone arches is iconic, yet most of the system was actually built underground in tunnels and channels. This minimized evaporation and protected the water from enemies. The key was the perfect, subtle slope. The gradient was so slight that it required extraordinary surveying precision. When faced with a valley, engineers either built the famous arched bridges or used inverted siphons, lead or stone pipes that used pressure to push water up the opposing slope. This mastery of hydraulics and gravity remains foundational to modern municipal waterworks across the USA. The Romans didn't just bring water into the city. They figured out how to get wastewater out. The Cloaca Maxima, or the Great Sewer, originally designed to drain marshland, became a massive, covered sewer system that channeled water and waste into the Tiber River. Though Roman sanitation wasn't flawless by modern standards, the continuous flow of fresh aqueduct water was deliberately used to scour and flush the public latrines and sewers.
This continuous water flow for sanitation and waste removal established a precedent for all modern urban sewer systems in the U.S.
Perhaps the single most important Roman innovation to American infrastructure is concrete, or opus cementitium. The Romans perfected a mix of lime, water, and volcanic ash, called pozzolana, to create a binder that was revolutionary. Unlike previous materials, Roman concrete was cheap, easy to work with, and, most importantly, incredibly durable. It allowed them to build large, complex structures, like the Pantheon's massive dome and massive harbor piers that resisted the corrosive effects of seawater. Modern Portland cement is strong, but susceptible to cracking and degradation from seawater. Roman concrete, however, actually gets stronger over time, particularly when exposed to water. Scientists recently discovered that the volcanic ash reacts with seawater to form rare crystals, essentially allowing the concrete to self-heal over centuries. This longevity is what allows structures like the Pantheon to stand largely intact today, providing modern American civil engineers with ongoing inspiration for more sustainable and durable infrastructure materials. The influence of Rome extends far beyond hidden pipes and layered roads. It's a visible part of the American political landscape. The architectural style of the U.S. Capitol building and the Supreme Court is a clear, deliberate nod to Roman neoclassicism. The columns, the domes, the marble, and the sheer sense of scale were chosen by America's founding fathers to evoke the majesty, order, and perceived stability of the Roman Republic. They borrowed Rome's architectural language to convey the authority and permanence of their new democratic experiment. The Romans used architecture as a form of powerful, visible propaganda, projecting strength and cultural superiority. American architects, in the nation's nascent years, did the same. Structures like the Lincoln Memorial, designed to evoke a Roman temple, deliberately link the American idea of democratic leadership with the grandeur of classical antiquity. It's a subtle yet profound visual argument. By building like Rome, America claims its place as the spiritual successor to the West's great civilizing power. When the Romans founded new cities, they laid them out in a disciplined, military-inspired grid, the Cardo, north-south, and the Decumanus, east-west. This orderly, efficient layout was a massive administrative benefit. This grid system became the standard for city planning throughout the Western world and is instantly recognizable in countless modern American cities, from the streets of Manhattan to the layout of newer suburban developments. The Roman commitment to ordered growth defines our urban sprawl. Roman engineers didn't just focus on the necessities, they built for public life. The thermae, or public baths, were massive, centrally heated social and recreational hubs, serving a community function similar to modern American community centers, gyms, and public libraries. They were a testament to the belief that the state should provide public amenities for the betterment of all citizens. This philosophy of providing public-funded spaces for leisure and health has roots in Rome's civic engineering. Today, American civil engineers are in constant dialogue with their Roman predecessors. The challenge of maintaining a massive national infrastructure, ensuring clean water, and managing urban growth are problems that haven't fundamentally changed, only scaled up. As modern systems age and new environmental challenges arise, researchers are actively studying Roman materials, like that self-healing concrete, not just as historical artifacts, but as templates for a more resilient and sustainable American future. The legacy of Roman engineering is not a collection of crumbling ruins. It is the unseen foundation of the modern United States.
It's in the deep layers beneath your asphalt highway, the precise slope that carries water to your city, and the very concrete that holds our great cities together. The Roman Empire may have vanished, but its practical, enduring genius powers the American dream every single day. Which Roman invention, besides the ones we've discussed, do you think has the biggest unseen impact on your daily life? Tell us in the comments below. And if you want to see how this Roman influence extends to American law and government, hit that subscribe button for our next historical deep dive.